You won't get away. Down.
Not bad.
No escape! No escape! Jade way!
Blast away the shadow.
Don't stop! Disruption!
Okay, the noise.
No mercy. Wounds that won't heal. Carve into flesh. Lethal pain. Dark and light. No escape.
Getting stuck!
No escape. Dead.
No escape! See this?
No escape.
We're finished here. Let's go.
I want to check to see if there's anything new. Probably nothing new in any of these areas.
Take a look at
Huh.
this. Well, well. Now here's a fine haul.
Great! Let's do this one run Getsu style, guys!
We've look at that. We already got the treasure up from that island, so time for this one. That one kind of looks like a little dog, no? Or a cat? Yeah, that kind of looks like a cat. That
Scout
island.
ship setting sail.
Also, that's the first time we've rolled Velvet's ship skill. Never gotten that before. Interesting. Nope, I'm not doing that again. Level 50, this month behind. That ain't happening. Leave me alone, witch. That's really that.
A foe worth killing.
Take that. I'm ready to feel no escape.
No escape!
You won't get away.
Double hit!
Blast
See
away
this?
the shadow.
Shooting star!
No escape. No escape.
Double hit! Deception!
Take that.
You're finished!
I was amazing, wasn't
That
I?
was easy. Alright. Get out of here now. Check out. Okay.
Are we ready for this?
Take that. Blast away the shadow. No escape. You won't get away. Blow inferno. Absorber. Incandescent wave. No escape. Twin whip. Twin whip. No escape. Take that.
Alright.
Deception!
You won't
There
get
it
away.
goes. In the
Deception!
Twin whip. Take that. No escape. Heaven's wrath. You won't get away.
Shooting star! Hurricane! Shooting star!
These gargoyles are really tanky compared to everything else.
Double haze! Deception!
You won't get away.
Double haze!
Come on, really?
Woo! No mercy! Wounds that won't heal! Carved into flesh! Lethal pain! Twin whip! No escape! No escape! Devour! Twin whip! No escape!
See this?
Take that! Devour!
Get away! Shooting star! Shooting star!
All stop! On you! Take that! Devour!
No escape! Deception! Deception!
The wind attacks
Your
work
style
better on
is
the
really
gargoyles.
unique.
Just wait until I pull
I'm leveled up. You did. Alright. We're gonna give you this because you'll master it really quick. Also kind of cool.
I don't think we have a chance! Twin whip! No escape!
Fuck, are you wrong? Are you kidding me right now? Did he really just say that?
No escape! All stop!
You won't get away!
Yes, yes, I know. I'm incredible.
Okay. On that one. Okay. Think we can go to the basement now. I forgot how big this area was. That way. This area felt so much smaller the first time I played through it. I don't know why.
From the way you were talking, it seemed like you had an idea of who was behind the riot. What happened here?
Oh
I
shit,
think
oh no.
someone in your position would know.
There were reports of a large riot, but I was caught up in chasing you, so I heard little else.
It was a small affair, really. Velvet Rokuro and I were being held on this island. Velvet instigated the other prisoners to riot so that we could escape.
She used the prisoners?
Yeah. You'd expect different from me?
How did it end?
We didn't stay to see, but the prisoners were losing badly. At least, that's what it looked like. But if that was the case, then where did all the exorcists go?
I know Oscar left to report the incident, but the other guards should have remained at their posts.
Well, if they didn't flee, we have to assume they were all killed.
By this headless night, perhaps? Well, no sense losing our heads, I suppose. But it looks like we're in for a heck of a fight.
All we have to do is mop up anyone who's left.
Oh, skip.
What was it called? Venomization, right? The dark ritual of making demons feed on each other to birth stronger ones.
Eisen, how many demons does the ritual require?
It's more a matter of quality than quantity. Stronger demons mean more powerful malevolence.
The ritual mixes the victor's malevolence with that of the devoured, creating a terrible, bloodthirsty monster. You see, the newfound power comes at a great cost. With it, the victor's last vestiges of self-control are stripped away.
So it's something even more than a monster. A seething ball of pure power and malevolence.
Roguro, don't tell me you're considering it for yourself.
Of course I am. I'll consider anything that could make me stronger.
You cannot be serious!
What's there to be so surprised about? Oh, look at Velvet. She's already eaten countless demons.
You're ridiculous!
He's right. If it helps me find my vengeance, I don't care.
Velvet?
Wait, are you really going to do it?
Relax, it's not gonna happen. Becoming a monster wouldn't bother me, but when I defeat my rival, I have to be myself for it to mean anything. It's the same for Velvet.
It is?
Besides, if I kill a previous victor of the ritual, I'll have proved myself strong enough not to need the extra power.
You're ridiculous.
He was strangely relieved about that. Rokuro's logic tends to contradict himself. Kinda weird. Oh, this is where... Oh, is this where our cell was? Are we gonna get a skit over here? That would be awesome. Wait. Go back. Go back! Missing something. We have to go back. I think, almost 100% sure,
Ooh, it's a
that
biggie.
star is back at our old cave.
You won't get away.
Shooting star!
Is it hot?
Deception.
Better run, Dorothy Light! Blast away the shadows of darkness! Is it
Deception! Hurricane!
Blast away the shadows of darkness!
I'll stop you! Shooting star!
Slow down! I'll stop you! Blast away the shadows of darkness! Now take that!
See this? No escape! For what?
I did it! This
No
works!
escape!
Slow down!
Come on, really?
I'm really surprised none of them have activated their mystic cards. They all have 5 feet. I guess it's really hard to get that 8 combo, huh? Is there a reason I'm opening? Alright. Okay. Oh! Damn, 275? That's the most I've ever seen. Okay. Have to come back to that.
Ooh, it's a biggie.
Dorothy Light! Better watch your Right heel up! Aqua split! Slow down!
Okay, that's really annoying.
I can't die.
That is so annoying. What?
Here.
We don't have life bottles? How do we not have life bottles?
It's gonna get you!
Leave this to me!
I'll finish this! Too slow! Force despair, kindle a beacon of hope!
Magiloo!
Spell absorber! Spell absorber! Hydro storm! I'm unbeatable!
Just
I'll test! No escape! Die!
That works.
Put up some fight, okay?
We're gonna have to go check on something. I don't have life bomb. Hi. That might be new daggers for him. Yep, 2 daggers. Yes. Did I accidentally sell those? I couldn't have used them all. We haven't done that much since meeting up with Turtle. Okay. Huh. I must have sold them. And we need to get more of those because there's a boss fight. There's a very high chance we're gonna need. Aizen's healing is useful, not like God tier. Alright, Turtle, come here. Two. Oh, I didn't have those. Here. Alright, now I'm pretty sure that we're headed straight towards that star, so incoming cutscene maybe? Maybe we find out what's going on, and I'm pretty sure where we're going is Velvet's old cell. That should be quite interesting. This? Oh. Yeah, it is. Look at the floor. That's where the cell was.
The Headless Knight!
He must be the product of the venomization.
Doesn't have a corporeal body.
Well, he definitely looks vicious enough.
Not as vicious as our Velvet, though.
So he's just a walking suit of armor. Okay.
Where's his voice even coming from?
I don't know. Look inside.
No escape! See this? Better watch your step! Shooting star! I'll stop you! Double haze! Armor crusher!
He's kind of getting destroyed. What level is he? 44? Yeah, you shouldn't have had a weakness to water, bud. I think it was over the second we saw that.
See this? No escape! I'll stop you! I'll stop you! Hurricane! See this? Shooting star! Pull three! Jade Way! See this?
Alright, I'm gonna try this. Since we're kicking his butt so badly. Let's try. Never mind, we killed him too
That
fast.
takes care of that.
So much for that. I was gonna try and see if I could
Yeah.
activate the 8-hit combo, but
I feel something again.
More malevolence?
No, another Earth Pulse point. It must be on this island.
I sense it too. It's very close.
yeah, like underneath us maybe. Velvet used
Directly underneath us, I would guess.
Oh, so maybe Velvet did realize. Because she didn't at all surprised. Huh. I wonder if everyone else.
What is this place?
Welcome to the most secure cell in the entire complex. The darkest hole in Titania. Feel anything, Laphicet?
Yeah, I think this is the Earth Pulse point.
Velvet
If this
realized.
cell is where the Earth Pulse point is, then does that mean it housed a Therian?
Yeah. And a real hungry one at that. Every day, they would toss demons into its cell. It would devour its fill, then wipe the blood from its lips. Never once realizing it was delivering to Inominat the malevolence of hundreds of demons and prisoners. And then one day, there appeared before it a female Moloch, who shattered the barrier and freed the Therian from its cage. But the Therian knew no mercy, and it devoured its liberator. And it was then... It was then I obtained the power. The power to avenge my brother.
Velvet, you're a Therian?
This prison island was a feeding ground for the Therian, harnessing the malevolence created by the prisoners within.
But because Velvet escaped, the malevolence went out of control.
Wow, the same darn thing that happened back in Kamawana's village.
Lord Artorias would never have done such a thing.
No? What's so unbelievable? That he used his wife's brother as a human sacrifice? That he imprisoned his wife's sister? Because that's what your damned holy shepherd did! All to get his hands on Inominat's power!
I'm sure he had a reason for...
A reason? To spare the world of its pain? Don't give me that! Who will spare my brother's pain? Who will soothe my brother's despair? He murdered my little brother Luffy! And you'll stand there and tell me it was for the greater good?
Damn. This just got real. Jerry.
At any rate, that's one less Therian for us to track down.
Velvet.
Help! Eleanor!
Oh,
Kamawanda?
let her die. It's
What?
okay.
Did Velvet yell at you so hard you're starting to hear voices now?
I have a feeling something's wrong. Kamawanda could be in danger.
But we already beat the Headless Knight.
I still can't shake this feeling. Please, let's go back and check on them.
Let him die. It's okay. That way I won't have to hear that voice anymore. I'm just came from where? We came from there. Gotta make sure we're not leaving nothing behind. No, just being thorough. Not at all trying to like buy time. Oh, that's the stealth. That big ass claw mark. Okay. So we've now found there's supposed to be 7 Darons. We've found 4 points. The Japanese done almost sounds normal, like a little girl. So, I believe it. Well, not really a Japanese dub, but the original
So,
version.
Velvet is a Therian, is she? I knew there was something off about her.
But it's what she cried out that's really on my mind. Laphicet, is Velvet truly Lord Artorias' younger sister?
She never told me.
If it were true, I suppose it would explain her knowledge of Lord Artorias' training.
If you're so curious, why not ask her yourself? Hey, Velvet, what's your connection to Artorias?
Rokuro, have some tact!
I heard you whispering. Doesn't bother me. Artorias was married to my late sister, Celica. He was our brother-in-law. We lived together for more than 10 years.
That does explain a few things.
So he sacrificed his little brother and turned his sister into a Therian.
But you were his family.
To his view of the grand scheme, family is inconsequential. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. All he did was act according to his ideal logic. Well, enough chit-chat. Let's get moving.
Yeah, before that cutscene, Lilia Dota. English dubs tend to do that a lot. It's actually why when I watch anime, I prefer the original language, and I usually watch stuff. There's a lot of... There's some good English dubs, but there's a good amount of English dubs that are not so great. In all honesty, if I wasn't streaming this, I probably would have played this game with the Japanese voices and English subs. I only did the English dub for this, and for pretty much any game that I play, because I feel like that would be easier for the viewers.
Stop fooling around.
But I'm serious.
Okay.
So it turns out that Velvet is a Therian who consumes malevolence.
And
Were
too
you
much
guys the only ones
malevolence
who
is
didn't
what
realize
changes
that?
people into demons. Strong enough malevolence can persist after the person who created it dies, turning their corpse or spirit into a raging monster. That's how undead and phantom demons come about.
Then the demons Velvet killed turned back into humans because she devoured their malevolence.
Yeah, and consequently, they avoided becoming undead or anything like that.
So she saved them. Well, I mean, a corpse is a corpse, of course.
Do you think she could devour only the malevolence and turn a living demon human again?
I was actually having that
Unfortunately,
thought.
that's impossible due to malevolence's self-reinforcing nature. When Therians are connected to Enominat through an Earth Pulse point, they seem to be able to absorb small concentrations of malevolence from the surrounding area and inhibit the creation of new demons. But any human who builds up enough malevolence to turn into a demon will keep producing malevolence as long as they live.
That's right. To devour any malevolence, I need to cut it off at the source. That's how my powers work.
Velvet, I'm sorry.
I don't mind it. Actually, I find it convenient. This way, I'll never forget my hatred for Artorias.
Plus, as long as you stay away from an Earth Pulse point, you get to keep the power of any malevolence you consume.
Fuel for my hatred, yes.
Interesting. I was actually having that same exact thought ever since they pointed out the fact that when she killed them, they turned back into humans. So that's like, I don't know, like 40 hours ago? I had that exact same thought, and now I
Take a
finally
look
have
at
an
this.
answer to it.
All right, now it's up to
Wait,
you.
they failed 3 times? These are the worst freaking pirates I've ever seen.
Scout.
Toido. I don't know why. I kind of like the way he talks, even though it makes no sense why he has an accent like that and he talks that way in this game. I kind of like it. It's weird as... Oh wait, I'm supposed to go the other way. Ah, great. Now I gotta fight you.
I don't think we have a chance!
You won't get away. Shooting star. Double haze!
Twin whip! Down!
Shooting star! Double haze!
Down!
Shooting star! See this? Deception!
Down! Down!
Blast away the shadow.
Twin whip!
Lightning bolt.
Twin whip!
See this? I'll stop you! Nope. Double haze!
Dark and light.
Watch it!
Down!
Dark and light.
Deception!
Slow down! Moonlight cyclone! Heaven's trap! Slow down! Moonlight cyclone! Take that! No power!
Double haze!
Slow down!
Hmm.
Fire! Max! Slow down! Moonlight cyclone! Heaven's trap!
Double haze!
Well, that about does it.
I think we actually needed that. No, he's not finished with that yet. Afterward. Okay.
Ah! That was Kamoana! Kamoana!
Fine. Behind two other demons.
Eleanor!
Wait, what? There's more than one headless knight?
You really came back for me.
On a headless horse? Come on.
Promise is a
Really?
promise, sweetheart.
I think we're taking
A
the whole headless
headless
thing a little
knight.
too serious.
And a horse demon.
It's giving off a ton of malevolence.
This must be the true survivor of the venomization process.
Oh, I get it! The dying exorcist lady wasn't saying Headless Knight is back. She was going for Headless Knight on horseback.
Whatever the case, we'll fight whoever we have to claim this island.
Interesting.
Now I can't help but wonder how the horse is named.
What?
Get close and look if you're that curious.
Fluffy, what? Bro, a whole new level of weird sometimes. What do I want to change here? I guess we don't really need the earth right now. Alright, what are we doing here? I like that one. I'm playing on intense, the highest difficulty. Okay, we can do that. Harsh rebuttal. How much was that? Rising Moon. I mean, it's not that special of a thing, but that's okay. Placing. Ow! Okay.
Down!
I'll stop you!
Better watch your step.
See this? See this? Fertile Blue! I'll stop you! Deception! Deception!
God damn!
I'll stop you! No escape!
You know what?
No mercy! Wounds I won't heal! Scars and deflect! Lethal pain!
Killing Flash! When I'm this close, I won't miss! Form Zero! Thunder!
Spirit's release. The light of virtue. The dark of vice. Joining chaos. Chaos bloom.
Oh, that's his level 2!
Deception!
That was his second Mystic Card. He actually used it. Interesting.
Form 1! Deception!
Take that! Devour!
Armor Crusher! Armor Crusher!
Finish! You're defenseless!
Armor Crusher! Armor Crusher! Form 2!
Devour!
Deception!
Finish! You're defenseless!
See this? Deception!
Take that! Devour! Take that!
Armor
Finish! You're defenseless! Zero impact!
Oh, oh crap. I was trying to dodge that. Okay. Okay, okay.
Got you! No mercy! Wounds I won't heal! Scars and deflect! Lethal pay! Now, rise, arise, ascending, angel!
Oh,
I'll finish this.
Finish! You're the best! Got you down! Got you!
Blast them! Smash them!
Take that! Devour!
Stone lance!
Finish! You're the senseless!
that's bad. I missed that.
Better watch your step!
Oh, god damn it.
I can heal the wounds, but I can't.
That's not good. No.
Reset.
It's not over yet.
Dark despair, kindle a beacon of hope.
Take that! Devour!
What the hell? Where did these other mobs come from?
Take that! Attack! Triple! Got you! You're the senseless! Zero impact! Clear away! Invigorate! Take that! Devour! Out of my way!
Music by my fiery
You're the
ears.
senseless!
Okay, there we go.
That's venomization, all right. Definitely stronger than that headless lump of armor.
I beg your pardon.
Not you.
Why is she there? I knew it! I called it!
The
That's...
demon from the villa?
I knew it!
Oh, look! It's absorbing the malevolence. It's a Therian.
Actually, that hawk is Griffin, my one and only friend.
A damned Therian. So that's what Tabitha meant when she said we'd find out shortly.
But Your Highness, why do you have a Therian?
It's like I said, Griffin has been my dear friend ever since I was a child. Even if he's a Therian now, that hasn't changed.
So you knew you were helping a Therian escape. What are you plotting?
I have no plots or schemes. I just want Griffin to be free.
I guess we shouldn't be surprised. The Crown Prince and future king, he's gonna do whatever he likes.
I suppose I am at that. But if I am, it's the first time I've ever been allowed a choice of my own. When you're a prince, you're not a person. You're an institution, one designed to serve the state and its people. Say, for instance, you're doing your law studies and your back suddenly itches. What do?
I mean, I'd scratch it. Who wouldn't?
When I did that, my tutor gave me a whipping so hard the blood ran down my back.
God damn.
The reason being that I prioritized a personal feeling, that is to say my itch, over my studies in service of the state. Seeing Griffin lay claim to the skies let me imagine my own freedom. It was my lone solace over the years. But then, he turned out to be responsive to Innominat's power.
I take it the Midgand royal family is well aware that the Abbey is creating Therians.
Of course. How could we not? The kingdom offers unequivocal support to Shepherd Artorius' vision of reason and will. Even so, if there was one thing I could never permit, it was seeing Griffin locked up and unable to fly. Never. I tricked the Exorcist on guard and disabled the barrier. But then Griffin attacked the Exorcist and killed him.
That's why you said you could never go back.
They can overlook a single dead exorcist, but with a Therian removed, malevolence will engulf the capital.
I knew full well what I was doing. And yet, I couldn't watch my friend's life be stripped away.
Your Highness.
He chose a single bird over the world. Why do you think that birds fly?
That's what Lord Artorius asked me.
My anatomy book says birds can fly because their bones are light and their wing muscles are enormously strong.
Birds fly because a bird that cannot fly is no bird at all. That's what I think.
They keep asking that damn question. I
As
don't
long
see
as
the
you remain on
significance
this
of it.
island, you may do as you please. But if you try to escape, I'll kill you.
That should work. This way we'll have him on hand if we ever need a hostage.
Understood. I appreciate you letting Griffin and me stay here.
Well, now that that's taken care of, let's build ourselves a hideout.
Can I point out that that little annoying child that has a squeaky voice, the Therian, means she can devour demons. She's completely... like, I don't get it. She's supposed to be fan service? Like, whose fan service is that? Howling Dragon. Oh, he finally got his second, art. Art? Interesting. I mean, that's great and all, but now I'm gonna have a 6 cap, which kind of means I can pull off 6 arts at once. Huh? Maybe? Combined total of 15 or more times. Wait. Oh, 15. Okay. That means like all their gear has to be free, I think. Or to be 15.
Hey, Velvet, do you know where Eleanor is?
Wasn't she just playing with you?
Yeah, but then she left. I'm worried because she looked pretty sad. Can you go find her?
Why me? All right, fine. Just don't cry on me, okay?
Hey, how's it going, Red? Lot going on here. Okay. I'm surprised there's no save in here, by the way.
Hey, Rokuro, have you seen Eleanor?
Probably. I don't know. Bit drunk.
Just try not to go overboard.
But man, are we a bunch of screw-ups or what? I mean, we kidnapped a prince now. They gotta have laws against that. Broke out of prison, flattened Helives, tried to assassinate a shepherd. Hey, how many infractions do you think we're on the hook for?
Pardon me if I don't stop and count. If you don't like it, nobody's forcing you to tag along.
No, I still haven't repaid my debt to you.
You say that, but you really just want to beat Shigure, don't you?
Whoa, to me they're both connected. It's a long story, but I can tell you if you...
I'll pass.
Well, join me for a drink then?
Can't. I'm 19.
Told you she was 19! Confirmation, Karen! Confirmation! See? Said she was 18. I knew she was 19. I did my math right.
Huh. A most interesting interpretation. What do you make of this part here, then?
Well, if you pronounce it Loney Kyle, then it'd mean midriff, which probably isn't right. Maybe Muse Mila?
Well, that would make this passage read, Pornges are nummy.
Okay. Yeah, that's not right either. What's wrong, Velvet?
Have you seen Eleanor?
No, I haven't. Sorry, I know I'm supposed to watch her.
Just read somewhere where there's more light. You'll hurt your eyes like this.
Okay.
Oh god, I gotta go back instead. Well, there's probably no more monsters in the dungeon now.
Hey, you got any idea where Eleanor is?
No, sorry. I was having a meeting with Benwick and the crew about our search for Ifrid.
Are you sure you're okay with putting that off? At this point, the Abbey doesn't have much reason to keep him alive. Wouldn't you rather look for him than Therians?
I know time is a factor, but we still don't have any decent leads. I think we need to stir up the Abbey and see what shakes loose. And who better to do that than you?
So this works for both of us then?
Never fear. I'm still acting out of self-interest. Besides, Ifrid won't die so easily.
He's a strong man. It'd take a lot to bring him down.
Yeah. I've never seen him flinch from a storm. no matter how choppy the seas.
Where angels fear to tread, as they say.
Probably some of that as well.
I still don't like Ice as a character. I don't know why. Not feeling it. I don't know, I feel like he lacks personality.
Hey, any idea where Eleanor went?
How should I know? I'm too busy to spare any time worrying about anyone else.
You look pretty distinctly unoccupied to me right now.
Right, I'm busy being unoccupied.
You're... what?
It's simple. When you have free time, it means you're busy trying to avoid having any business to do.
You're too weird for this world, Magilou.
Says the woman with the world's blandest personality.
I always figured you'd be the type to take off as soon as things got hairy. So what keeps you here?
I am utterly, completely, totally, wholly devoid of anything else to do. Which is to say I'm...
unoccupied.
Right, now you get it. Besides, I have to stick around to see how our bet turns out, don't I?
Maggie likes Velvet. Outer Path. Fourth Watchtower? Okay. That's South Watchtower. Oh, over there. Okay. This is gonna probably be a really touching cutscene. Prepare ourselves for this. Gonna probably get all feels on us. Hopefully now her eyes are like open. Such a naive girl.
There you are, Eleanor. Kamoana's worried about you.
You actually came looking for me?
Can't say no to a crying child.
Indeed. She may be a Therian now, but deep down, she's still a lonely little girl. That's something I've come to realize in traveling with you all. Wretched demons and Therians, even the Malakim who I'd only thought of as tools, they all live and think as humanly as the rest of us. I was so clueless. I didn't know what Demon Blight really was, nor what the Abbey was doing. Through it all, I knew nothing beyond blind belief in whatever I was taught.
Ignorance is bliss, as they say.
The coward's path is not that of an exorcist. They may say, I didn't know anything, so I can't be blamed. I can't live like that. I think I'll stay here a little longer to cool my head off. Please tell Kamoana I'm alright.
Don't stay out too long. The sea breeze can get cold.
Thank you.
Don't get the wrong idea. If you got sick or something, Kamoana and Laphicet would worry. That's all.
Aww. Touchy girl bump. Kinda sucks though. That everything you just turned upside down. That sucks.
I have something to say. There's something I've been hiding. Until now. I've been acting undercover on a special mission for Lord Artorias. I was to watch over the Malik Laphicet and bring him to Abbey headquarters. So vital was the mission, I was to do whatever it took, even kill my fellow exorcists.
You were gonna take me to them.
I'm sorry for deceiving you, Laphicet. Originally, I was going to get you to lower your guard, then take you in. However, I no longer intend on following the Abbey's orders.
You're turning your back on Artorias?
No, I still believe in the sincerity of Lord Artorias. That the world he seeks is one that will benefit all humankind. But nevertheless, I simply cannot bring myself to condone the methods he has chosen to achieve that vision, so... I will help you protect the Therians, until I discover the answer I seek.
Eleanor!
Such a noble.
I want to live a life that I don't have to be ashamed of, and to do that, I have to learn the truth for myself.
So, you live by your emotions after all.
Maybe you found your own creed.
Welcome to our wonderful world of wickedness.
Don't equate us! To act in opposition of one's feelings is to act opposed to reason.
You never make things simple, do you?
You should be glad I don't.
Yeah, after all, she's my vessel.
Yes, yes.
So, I think our next order of business is to find ourselves another Therian. Well, that's the extent of my insight. Anyone got any actual leads?
What if we had Eleanor swipe some intel on them from the Abbey? That could work.
I don't know.
It wouldn't work. Officially, the Abbey still considers her a traitor.
Yeah, exactly.
So who would leak anything to her?
Yeah. Besides, we can't put Laphicet in danger like that. And anyway, Eleanor's terrible at being a spy.
Ungracious, but accurate.
You know that special underground cell from yesterday? I want to go back there. There's something I want to try out.
Okay.
Alright, let's go.
You gonna do another one of those portal things? That didn't turn out so well last time. I want to point that out.
Laphicet, I must offer you an apology.
What for?
For spying. I was plotting to take you back to the Abbey. I am truly sorry.
It was your mission, wasn't it? Somehow I think I always knew.
You did?
Call it a hunch. Besides, Velvet was really suspicious of you. Whenever you feel you're doing something wrong, you start to sweat a lot. It seemed odd.
How long have you known?
Ever since you became a vessel for me. I think Velvet knew too.
That's quite a shock. I failed completely in my role as a spy. It's pathetic. Shameful, really.
Well, I think it says something good about you.
Huh?
Someone who can't lie well seems like a better person than someone who has an easy time of it.
Oh, God.
Thank you, Laphicet. I think
Yeah,
you're
don't
the
put it
better
that
person
way.
here.
I wouldn't go that far.
What are you doing
It's
here,
been a while since
Bamboo?
we've seen you.
I was hoping you'd let me join in!
We're in the middle of something important. Please leave us be for now.
I'll be quiet. Just let me hang around, all right?
Afraid not.
Madam Eleanor is a mealyhead! She's a what?
Laphicet, thank you. I hope we can stay friends.
I hope so too, Eleanor.
I think I'm finally getting the hang of cooking without testing the taste.
You know, I've always thought you were a really good cook, Velvet.
It's not so hard. All you have to do is follow the recipe. After my sister died, I always did the cooking. The most important thing is adding just the right amount of salt, and the final adjustments of flavor. Oh, and once you're just about done, you have to make a wish that it turns out tasty.
Oh, this is...
You wish for flavor?
Yeah, so long as you do that, anything will turn out tasting good. Celica taught me that.
It sounds like your sister was quite the master chef.
Oh, I don't know about that. But now I'll never be her
Besides,
match.
that Velvet doesn't
I've
normally
lost
show.
my taste, sure. But I've also forgotten what it even feels like to taste something delicious. What I make isn't really food. It's merely sustenance.
I don't think that's true, Velvet. Nom, nom, nom. This is great. You're a fine chef, Velvet.
I just remembered something my sister said. She always wished for our food to taste good, because she wanted to see us happy when we ate it.
Oh?
And she said I ate like a pig, too.
I don't think you do.
It's a good thing. You should eat a lot, too, so you can grow up big and strong.
This is like oozing with anime happiness right now. This is a little too touchy-feely for me right now. Necklace? Just looks wrong. Oh, it is kind of interesting to see although more skin. Oh, because this was so disappointing. Alright. Another
The
skip.
exploration of the outer seas is going super well.
Yeah, it's all thanks to you guys chipping in.
Oh, we haven't done all that much.
Well, don't rest on your laurels just yet. Worse things happen at sea, you know. The scouting ship could always get eaten by some giant tentacled horror from the deeps.
Danger's a part of the job. Besides, Ifreed's pirates are all about venturing into the unknown.
I wonder what's still hidden out there for us to find.
Terror Island, for one thing. According to ancient legends, it's an island that moves across the outer seas like a ship.
Really? I've never heard of an island like that.
Nobody knows if it's real or not, which is exactly why we have to try and find it ourselves.
Awesome! I can't wait to get to the bottom of this.
Okay, foreshadowing maybe?
Don't get too excited just yet, kiddo. It's good to have enthusiasm and all, but I bet this place is called Terror Island for a reason.
I'm not too worried. Like Eisen said, challenging the unknown is what Ifreed's pirates do, no matter what the risk.
Looks like you've caught the bug too.
Ah, looks like it.
I'm willing to bet we're gonna go to Terror Island. It's gonna be a giant monster. That's usually the case. Another skip? Holy cow.
Hey, Bienfu, I have a question for you. I know Magilu likes to call herself a witch and all that, but what is she really?
The obvious guess would be that she's an exorcist, but I don't think I ever saw her name in the roster.
That's not surprising. She is indeed a bona fide dark witch. I should know. I saw one night just how scary she could be. It's enough to keep you awake at night. It was near the crater of a volcano. Above the bubbling magma sat a huge cauldron. Inside the cauldron, a blood-red liquid stickily simmered, boiling in the hellfire heat. When droplets splattered onto Miss Magilu's cheeks, she just cackled and licked it off, and she kept the cauldron boiling for 3 days and 3 nights. What was she making? Strawberry jam.
What? What's scary about that?
I was just getting to the scary part. Instead of using sugar, she put in soy sauce, cooking wine, and liquor.
Oh,
Soy
that sounds
sauce and
disgusting.
strawberries? Is that normal? You wouldn't think so, but that contrasted sweetness, sourness, and saltiness actually makes it taste great. Not that someone like you would understand the appeal. You have to have a refined palate like mine to appreciate it.
Wait, I've heard of that. You can boil things in soy sauce and wine to preserve them. When you do it with strawberries, it's called strawberry soup.
That's right!
Actually,
Ah.
strawberry soup has sea urchin and abalone,
What?
not strawberries. It's just called that because the sea urchin plumps up like berries. And it's not preserved either.
Really? Well, I had no idea. Wow, I really liked it too. I wonder if the reason she's never made it for me again is because she realized the mix-up. Now that I think about it, that's not the only thing I like that she made one time. Like durian jellies and the candied sweet fish too.
I think I see what's going on here.
What does the food she's made more than once taste like?
It's just normal stuff, like what you guys always have. Only a truly scary witch could hide that much cooking talent behind such plain-tasting food with no one the wiser.
I'm pretty sure she was trying to torture him with food, and he's too stupid to realize it. Well, that and
Take
the
a
fact
look
that he
at
actually
this.
enjoyed it.
Show us your determination.
Nice.
Well done. I'd expect no less from Ifrit's crew.
Eye of newt and mushroom spoke.
Whatever. Kitty Chris?
This recipe looks real.
Scout ship setting sail.
Another skit. Holy cow, man.
I know this smell.
Yeah, it's Prince Percival's fragrant wood perfume. When I told him I'd never smelled it before, he put a little on my sleeve to try it out.
I love the smell of the royal family's perfume. It's distinct, but not overpowering. It's made from Fandaria trees, conifers that grow in a snowy land.
I've noticed that you and Velvet and Magilu smell nice too. Do you all wear the same perfume?
We do? We don't use that stuff, but maybe you're smelling the soap we use.
Oh, can only the royal family wear fragrant wood?
No. Some fragrances, including the Fandaria scented ones, only the royal family can use, but most don't have any such restriction.
If they all smell so good on humans, why doesn't everyone use them?
You know, I've never thought about that. Why do you think that is, Aizen?
It's a bit complicated. To explain it right, I'd have to start with the history of bathing in Midgand. A few hundred years ago,
Oh my God, he really
people
is gonna-
believed they
oh
would
my-
die if they took a bath. They were so
Okay.
terrified of baths that they wouldn't even go near one.
I can't believe people would be scared of taking a bath. Why would that even happen?
Well, at the time, a deadly plague was running rampant, and people thought that it could be transmitted through bathwater. Bear in mind that this was all before we had proper plumbing or techniques to purify water. People couldn't just bathe anywhere. Sewers like the one we used to sneak through Logres are a fairly recent construction, only around a century old.
Some people even thought bathing at all was unhygienic.
Right. As bathing went out of style, the royal family started to use these fragrant woods.
Covering up their bad smell with a good one.
Yep. As a result, their perfumes used to be far more potent, to the point where you couldn't even tell if it smelled good anymore.
But nowadays, nobody actually believes that bathing can make you sick, right?
As civilization advanced, plumbing became widespread, and baths themselves became much cleaner fixtures than they used to be.
And the fragrant woods fell out of favor because they were no longer necessary, right?
To the contrary, as the people gained prosperity, the perfumes became a popular display of wealth. The newfound popularity didn't last long, however.
You know what's
thanks to
ironic?
The propagation of a new disease. One that didn't transmit through baths.
What he's actually
Demon
saying
blood,
is
you mean?
actually all true.
With the rise of demon attacks, life
I don't
outside
mean
the
just
city
for their
walls
world.
became increasingly difficult. With fragrant woods now harder to come by, the perfumes once again became the domain of royalty.
I guess that means that fragrant woods share a long and complicated history with plagues.
To cover up the truth of malevolence, the powers that be spread rumors of a demon plague, continuing their time-honored tradition of covering up one stink with another.
So, what do you think of the perfume? Do you like it?
Yeah, it smells nice. But I think I like the smell of soap better.
Huh?
And he likes the way they smell better. Another freaking skit? Are you serious? Yo, we really could have done without, like, almost all those skits.
This island is so amazing! It's far away from any other people and has so much hidden stuff underground! It's such a perfect hideout! Just thinking about it makes me so excited to be here!
Yeah, I guess.
What's wrong? You were so excited
They're
to be
really
here
making this their
before.
hideout?
Don't be such a drag, Loppy Set! It's just that this used to be a prison. People were brought here to suffer.
If you're worried about how I feel, don't be. If I really hated this place, I wouldn't have made it my base.
Hell, I was imprisoned here too, but now it's the secret fort I always dreamed
Ow.
of.
I still haven't forgiven the guard who ate all those marron glacés I was sent.
I'll let the past be the past. What part of Secret Fort are you not getting?
Yeah.
But it can't all be just for fun and games here either.
There are several things
In order
wrong
to
with this picture
maximize
right
the
now.
success of our future battles, we need to maintain and improve this base going forward.
This place seems sturdy as it is. Does it really need more work put into it?
Nonsense. This place was built to specialize in holding prisoners. We can make it better suit our needs.
What are you proposing exactly?
Well, I think we need to start with smokescreen generators. They'll be effective against intruders unfamiliar with the layout here. Of course, afterwards we'll have to clean up all the soot, but still.
No thanks.
I think we need something to put out fires. The fire at Helavi's was really scary.
We have Molecule like you who could use water arts, though. If anything happens, you can just put it out.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
What we really need are some secret underground tunnels. If things get too hairy here, we'll need an underground escape route. We can put in hidden doors, and even some fake ones to trick the enemy, too.
We have 2 separate docks. That's good enough.
No enemy is going to attack without taking both docks into consideration. That's why we need to build underground tunnels before anything else.
But we're on an island. You know, surrounded by water. Where would these tunnels even lead to?
Isn't it obvious? We'll dig underneath the sea to another uninhabited island
Oh
nearby.
my God.
But there are no other islands nearby.
For
If it
someone who
means
knows
getting my
so
tunnels,
much, he's so
I'll
stupid.
build an island too.
Are you listening to what you're saying?
It sounds like he's daydreaming to me.
And what's wrong with having some dreams? This is a great opportunity we have here. You guys just don't get it.
It's okay. I get where you're coming from. But they'll never understand. You might as well save your breath.
Oh, this is a guy and girl thing? Okay. Yeah, okay. So here's something I'm having an issue with. This is gonna be their new secret hideout, but this is a prison that belonged to the Abbey. It's not like they don't know about this place. I'm sure they know that it got infested with demons. The other thing is, there's an Earth pulse here. Aren't we supposed to keep the Theorians away from Earth pulses? Because then that's gonna like feed Phenomena Awakening, right? I thought they all made that very clear. Weird. Anyway, I'm gonna have to end it there, guys. We got